Hey guys, it's Joey Horniak here. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is a Q&A, nutrition specific. I posted a picture on my social media pages a couple of days ago asking you guys to ask me a question related to anything that has to do with food, diet, or nutrition in general. So yeah, it's like the fifth time I'm trying to record this video for you guys. It's not as nice outside as it was before. I've been having problems a bit with my mic, as you can see. I don't know if you guys can see from there, but I do have a new microphone. So I'm trying to get this to work with the video and everything like that. So yeah, it's gonna be like the fifth or sixth time I record this video. So hopefully this one works. Please leave a comment down below how the quality of the audio is with the new mic. I'm trying to step my game up with the quality of the videos and, bringing out more content on a frequent basis. So that being said, I'm gonna keep my phone in my hands right here just to keep track of the microphone and the recording to see if, it doesn't give up on me in the middle of the video. So I'm gonna get started right away. I'm gonna start off with my Facebook questions that people asked. So we'll cut right to it right away. I got a lot of questions. I'm gonna try to go through as many as I can. There's a lot that are similar, so I'm just gonna kind of put them all together and answer them. So hopefully this video gives you guys a good, teaches you guys a bit about certain things. There's a ladybug around me somewhere, so he joined us with the video. So anyways, time to cut right to it. I'm going to start off with Nana Otema Williams Bafo. I know I'm not saying your name correctly, but your question: best source of protein that's not meat and good for weightlifting, egg whites, extra skim milk cheese, and whey protein powder. I would focus more on real foods before moving on to the powders or anything like that. So yeah, that would be my top three. Top three alternative if you do not want to eat meat. Next question is from Francis Lapointe des Reiches from Quebec, I think. So merci pour ta question. His question is: fat may be high in calories, but I heard it's better to eat fat calories than carb calories to get leaner. What should I do between reducing the fat or the carbs? And should I eat as much protein when I was bulking? I'm going to start off with the protein part of your question, and then I'll move on to the first part of your question after I answer it. So in regards to the protein grams and how much you should be eating when you're in deficit compared to when you're bulking, I would just make sure that it's about 1.5 grams per pound of body weight for protein. So just to make sure that you do not lose any volume or muscle mass that you gain throughout the bulking phase, so that you don't lose it throughout the deficit phase while you're cutting, and just to make sure to play it safe, that you're maintaining as much muscle while you're cutting. So that's a little trick there. Boost it up to 1.5. It is going to be high, but it's better to make sure you're retaining as much muscle, like I said. And in regards to fat or high carbs or whatever like that, I mean, it all depends on, your weekly goals, and it also depends on how your body reacts. But I wouldn't stress about how, fats or carbs, because carbs to me is not an enemy, whether you're bulking or even cutting. You should just focus on your calories in general if you're in a deficit or if you're in a surplus, and really make sure everything is well balanced. So so that's most likely what I would do, and that's what I suggest. So thanks for your question, and your English is great, by the way, so thanks. Merci beaucoup. Hopefully that helped. And I know a lot of these questions, every question is great because it could help some people that are watching this video. So everything is a good question. There's a lot of stuff about carbs and stuff like that. Look, it comes down to just not being afraid of eating carbs and not thinking, cutting carbs or increasing carbs, whether it's gaining or cutting, is like the main factor to decide whether you're directed towards your specific goals. Just use carbs as an actual tool to get you to your goal. It's not an enemy at all. Anyways, next question, Patrick Figliuzzi. Is it better to cheat meal or not when you're in a caloric deficit, and how much is too much? First part of your question, a cheat meal or a so-called refeed is an awesome way to cut, because your body, after a certain amount of days and weeks, gets adapted to the low-calorie diet. And once that happens, your metabolism drops, and you have a hormone in your body called leptin, and those levels drop also. So including a refeed or a cheat meal every week or every 2 weeks, I would say, is gonna just boost those hormones up, boost your metabolism up to its peak, and make sure your fat burning furnace is working to its max. And that's simply gonna benefit you and be more advantageous to get you towards your goal when you're in a cutting phase. So next question, Tim Bondira Fitness. What are some tricks to not feel as hungry when in a caloric deficit, other than drinking a ton of water, doubling up on vegetables, and getting appropriate amounts of healthy fats? Well, you got part of that question answered for yourself. Vegetables, fiber, water, all those type of stuff is great. Coffee and caffeine do kind of cut your cravings, or your hunger. But the best way to do it is simply break up your meals so that you have like 6 to 10 meals a day. You won't be as hungry because you'll always be eating throughout the day. If that doesn't work out for you, you could try the reversed side to that. That would be 3 to 4 big meals a day. Like that, you'll be able to be full for a good 3 hours after each meal, and just eat your meals every 3 to 4 hours. Another suggestion would be, if you're not doing this already, would be to work out at least 5 times a week. Work out more so that you could implement more calories in your diet. Yeah. Thanks for your question. Ooh, the sun is back out, guys. Hopefully it stays here for the rest of the video, and the mic is still recording, so that's a thumbs up. That feels good though. Next question, Anthony Izam Armstrong. How much calories does a person who wants to gain weight needs on a daily basis? What are your best tips for mass growth and some working out starters for someone who has never been to the gym? Sorry, I got a sneeze. Woo! Sorry about that, guys. I just needed to sneeze. That must have been loud because the mic is right there. But anyways, also, you're amazingly good looking. As always, Joey, best of luck, smiley face. Well, thank you for your question. It comes down to, if you're not someone who calculates your calories or macronutrients or anything like that, focus on eating a lot. And then once you reach that point, well, eat more. It comes down to just really, really, really eating a lot, especially if you're someone that has a fast metabolism, and especially if you want to, break down another barrier, another kind of door, another block within weights. So say you're 150 pounds and you want to get to 180, it's going to be really tough because you need to break down that door. And once you have that door broken down, then it's just going to feel normal to you at 170 eating 5,000 calories. You know what I mean? So just focus on really eating a lot. And the best trick is simply preparing your meals in advance and including a lot of carb foods and oats, rice, beans, all those type of stuff are going to help you when it comes to gaining weight and reaching your goal. And don't worry so much about healthy or unhealthy foods, because at that point, at 5,000 calories, you're going to be eating so much foods that you are going to be intaking the right amount of vitamins and minerals. So that's the best tip I have for you. I'm going to move on to my Instagram. Lots and lots of questions. Off Jack Mahone, off the top of your head, what are some good macros for a 17-year-old looking for clean mass while staying lean? I don't know how much you weigh, right here, so I can't really say a specific amount of macros that you intake. But if you really just want to gain lean mass, the best way to do it is say you have your calories at 2,000 now, we'll put it at 2,500 and gain at least 0.5 to a pound a week. Like that, you're minimizing the amount of fat that you're gaining throughout the phase. It's a longer the longer the process, the better. I said this in some of my previous videos. The longer the process, whether you're cutting or gaining, is always the best. So you could even send me an email if you want to be more specific with your stuff, and I'll be happy to help you out. Beast mode _ runner 1987. I keep hearing stuff about if it fits your macros, aka IIFYM line, and I'm curious about your take on it. Does that line hold true, or is it false belief that you can just eat whatever, or if it fits your macros? Error number one that people get on the if it fits your macros diet is that you can't eat whatever. And second, it's not a diet, it's more of a calculating system. It's more accurate when it comes to calculating each of your foods and each of your macros for each of the foods that you're intaking. And it's just a better system to be able to analyze what's happening weekly, daily, and monthly. So, and if you need to adjust anything throughout the days or weeks or whatever, it's very good to get a read on that. I personally do flexible dieting, and I do include a Pop-Tart here and there because it's better for me to include some. Whoa, I banged the mic. Yeah, it's better for me to include something in moderation than to cut and then do a cheat meal and then probably drift away or whatever. So yeah, I do it, and I find it's really great because you could really, like I said, get a very accurate reading on what's happening with your weight, and you're able to accurately adjust it in proportion to that. So don't believe what you hear when people say, oh, you could eat anything. It's not so much like that. You still need to eat your chicken to hit those proteins, eat your vegetables to fill in those micronutrients and all those stuff. So it's a very general question, and it's a different opinion and perspective from person to person. So that's mine. So you can take it or leave it. Everything is good. So anyways, one question here I don't really understand. Okay, I got one here. Mr. Stiff Jess, or Miss Tiff Jess, I'm sorry. Miss Tiff Jess, I think it's that. Joey, I've been trying to eat every 3 hours or so, but sometimes I get hungry before my next meal. Is it cool to have like an apple or something like that to hold me over? Well, you don't need to eat every 3 hours. If that belief of eating every 3 hours is going to boost your metabolism or keep your metabolism at its peak, that's really not all that true, because at the end of the day, all that matters is how much calories you're intaking, how your macros are divided up, and so forth. So yeah, eat that apple. Never really starve yourself, because that's not good. And like I said with the other question, if you're at a point, like you're telling me, just try to work out more. Like that, you'll be able to boost up more your calories. So yeah, it's cool. Have an apple between your meals, though. I wouldn't never starve myself. Never, even if I'm cutting, never starve myself. I'll just do a longer cut, a longer process to get me to my goal. So never starve yourself. It shouldn't be like that, unless you're depleting the last day of your competition or whatever. But besides that, even there, that's unhealthy. So so yeah, just eat that apple. Alex.fit, je sais que tu viens de Québec, so merci beaucoup pour ta question. What kind of dinner should be the best if I'm at work without microwave? Meals for cut. Thanks, man. Well, think of all the things like Allegro cheese, because that you could transport. You don't need to put in a microwave. Whey protein powder. And one that I used to do when, say, you're even traveling or everything like that, and you want to get something in you that's high in protein, lean, while you're cutting, and that you don't need a microwave, beef jerky. Even though it's high in sodium, that does not matter at all. Make sure you're intaking all the necessary vegetables and water and green tea and all that throughout your day. But beef jerky is a huge one. It's a huge great alternative that you could do. So yeah, try that out. Let me know how that goes for you. Um, Texas forever underscore. Do you eat all your carbs in the morning? Um, no. I started fasting actually, for about 3 hours after I awake. And now that I'm just kind of slowly cutting, I would say, or slowly maintaining and just sharpening my physique, I love putting my carbs around my workout, whether it's before and after, so that my workout is very optimal, so that my pump is awesome, and so that I perform to my peak. And I'll also have carbs at night, because I always have cravings at night of carbs, and generally a lot of people do. So it doesn't matter if you eat carbs before going to bed. So yeah, no, I don't eat all my carbs in the morning so that I have energy throughout the day, and all that. I just make sure that it's a lot of my carbs are around my workouts, before and after, and I love eating carbs at night, so I implement them at night, and I still reach my goals. So yeah. Camacho 119, cheap high protein foods when you're on a budget. Don't focus on proteins. Focus on protein. Focus on one source of protein if that is your budget. Don't go crazy on buying salmon, chicken, steaks, beef, pork, eggs, cheese, protein powder. Don't focus on like 10 things. Focus on 1 to 2 things max, really. Buy chicken and, egg whites, or chicken and protein powder. That's it. And your budget is still going to be fine if you just do 1 or 2 protein sources. So try that out. Aesthetics on point. Thank you very much. I'm gonna answer one more question, guys. So a lot of these questions resemble. So if I didn't answer your question, I apologize. There's just so many questions I could get through. I'm gonna be doing more Q&As, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna try for at least once a week. It's very, very fun, and I love your questions. I even learned throughout the process. Again, I banged my mic. So yeah, I even learned throughout the process and stuff, and I get to know really, what you guys think of everything. So. Last question here. I'm trying to get one that I did not answer yet. Let's see. Just scrolling through my Instagram here. Okay, last one here is from Adam_H23. I'm 16 and bulking/maintenance. How often should I eat junk food? I don't eat too much, and I always hit my protein amount and genuinely eat pretty good. Okay, so if your goal, I mean, look, you're 16 years old, and from 16 to like 22, I guess, max 23 even, that stage and that phase is the phase you'll be able to grow the most in your life naturally. What I suggest, eat any food you see, whether it's junk, clean, dirty, good, healthy, whatever. Eat it. Eat as much food as you can if your goal is to grow, build muscle, because you're going to be feeding your body throughout the biggest phase in your life that you could grow, and that your testosterone is the highest and stuff. So man, include as much food as you can in your diet and throughout the years. Don't focus on cutting if you're only 16 years old. It just doesn't make sense to me, because you could use those years to your advantage so much and build a solid foundation. And once you reach 20 years old, then you could focus on cutting and sharpening more your physique and pinpointing out more your weak points and things you want to work on and stuff. So that not only goes to you, that goes to everybody watching this video that's just starting to work out at 15 years old even. And that's what I personally did. Look, I was 99 pounds, 5 feet, and I started working out when I was a month before my 16th birthday, and I didn't follow a diet. I just ate everything in my view, and now I'm, 170. The highest I got to was like 175, maybe 180, but I didn't weigh myself, and I've always been lean, and you perform better because you have so many calories while you're working out at the gym, lifting weights. So it's an awesome tool to do if you're that age and if you're in that age group. So yeah, hopefully I answered it well. If you guys have any other questions or whatever like that, hit me up on Instagram at @J_Hornyak, at @J_HORNYAK. I'll be happy to answer as many questions as I can. Happy to help you guys achieve your goals. That wraps up the Q&A, and it's still recording. The mic is still recording, so that is a huge thumbs up. If you made it to the end, guys, as always, please give this video a like. Please comment down below what you guys thought of the audio quality. If you guys love this Q&A, please share it. Please subscribe to the channel to help it grow. Like I said, I'm going to try to be as consistent as I can, releasing a video every 2 days or more, whether it's vlogs, workout trailers, previews, Q&As, recipes, everything. Tips, tricks, whatever. I'll do it. I'm really going to be dedicating myself to YouTube and stuff for you guys. And yeah, so thank you for watching this Q&A nutrition video. As always, I'll see you in the next one, and yeah, see ya. Thanks for tuning in, guys.